Honey, I'm purpose for you. Your voice is my favorite sound, not because it is loud or perfect or always certain, but because it finds me. No matter where I am, it reaches me through noise, through crowded rooms, through days that try to wear me down. Even when I don't hear it out loud, it lives in me. A remembered rhythm, a familiar warmth, a quiet reassurance that I am not alone in this world. Your smile is my favorite sight. Not the kind people pose for, not the polite one saved for strangers, but the real one. The one that sneaks up on you when you forget to guard your heart. The one that appears when something small delights you, when laughter escapes before caution can stop it. I have memorized that smile without ever trying. It lives in my mind like a photograph that never fades, like a sunrise I've seen 1,000 times, but still stop to admire every single morning. I love you, not only in the easy moments, not only when the world is kind, but in the complicated spaces where patience is tested and understanding must be chosen. You are the very special woman who puts up with everything, with my silences, my overthinking, my flaws that refuse to stay hidden. You stand steady. When I am unsure, you laugh. When I forget, how? Thank you for being you, not a version of you softened. For approval, not a version shaped by expectation, but the honest, imperfect, real you, the one who feels deeply, who loves fiercely, who shows up even when it would be easier not to. I didn't fall in love with perfection. I fell in love with truth. I fell in love with the way you listen, not just with your ears, but with your whole presence, as if what I say matters simply because it comes from me. I fell in love with your laughter, how it feels a room, how it lifts heavy air, how it reminds me that joy is still possible even on the hardest days. I fell in love with your strength, the quiet kind, the kind that doesn't announce itself, the kind that survives storms and still finds room for kindness. There are days when the world feels too much, when time moves too fast, when responsibilities pile higher than hope seems to reach. On those days, thinking of you is like finding solid ground after drifting at sea. You are my calm, my reminder, my favorite place to return to when everything else feels uncertain. Loving you has taught me that love is not just a feeling, it is a choice made daily, a commitment renewed quietly, a promise kept in small ways, in checking, in holding space, in staying, even when staying requires effort. You see me, not the polished version, not the mask I sometimes wear, but the person underneath it all. And instead of turning away, you stay. That is a kind of love I will never take lightly. If I could gather every thank you I've ever felt but never said, they still wouldn't be enough to express what you mean to me. Thank you for your patience when I am difficult. Thank you for your humor when life feels heavy. Thank you for loving me in ways I didn't know I needed. Your presence changes things. Rooms feel warmer, moments feel fuller. Even ordinary days carry something special just because you are part of them. I don't love you loudly for attention. I love you deeply in ways that settle into my bones, in ways that grow roots instead of wings, because this love isn't trying to escape, it's trying to stay. And if someday words fail me, if silence takes over, if life pulls us through seasons that test our strength, know this: my love for you is not fragile, it is not temporary, it is not dependent on ease. It is built from moments, from patience, from laughter, from understanding, from choosing you again and again, even on days when choosing is hard. Your voice will always be my favorite sound. Your smile will always be my favorite sight. And you, exactly as you are, will always be the woman I am grateful to love. Sometimes I wonder if you truly know what you've done to my life, how simply existing as you has rearranged my world. Before you, love felt like something distant, something described in songs or borrowed from stories. I thought love was dramatic, loud, temporary, a feeling that burned fast and faded just as quickly. But you taught me otherwise. You showed me that love can be calm, that it can be patient, that it can feel like coming home instead of losing control. With you, love is waking up and knowing there is someone who accepts the unfinished parts of me. Love is knowing I don't have to be perfect to be worthy. Your voice, it doesn't just sound beautiful, it soothes. It has a way of settling my thoughts, of slowing the chaos in my mind, of reminding me that no matter how loud the world gets, there is still one sound that understands me. I've heard it in moments of laughter, in quiet conversations, in tired sighs at the end of long days. Each version of it means something different, yet all of them mean everything to me. And your smile, God, your smile